10 reasons
Just
why.
understand.
Oh, hold on. We got 10 reasons why Michael Jordan is still the GOAT. I know some of y'all got Larry Bird as the GOAT. I know some of y'all got, Kareem, but this is 10 reasons why Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the GOAT.
How powerful commercials are. And now, an Air Jordan campaign for 20 years devoted to one human.
That's
It's
crazy.
created a Teflon shield around Michael. That's why I
Mm,
call it mythology. It's as if he never missed a shot.
Oh shit. Here
here
we
we go
go again.
again.
Michael Jordan, before he got Scottie Pippen, never won a playoff series.
So,
Got swept by the big three in Boston.
oh, you sound like a clown. You 50 some, 60 some years old. You sound like a clown. He didn't get swept, bro. The Celtics beat the Bulls. I watched the whole series from 1984 all the way to 1988 so far. You're not gonna tell me that. Let me hear this again.
Here we go again.
Michael Jordan, before he got Scottie Pippen, never won a playoff series.
Bro, you like 60 years old, G. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy, bro. Y'all really be sitting here talking like that. Bro, you that old and don't know Michael Jordan is really that guy. But he's a football player. He probably didn't watch basketball like that.
Got swept by the big three in Boston.
Oh, he sounds
You keep
stupid.
talking about how great he was. But how great was he without Scottie Pippen?
What, bro? Scottie Pippen wasn't even like that when he first came in. He was good, but he wasn't even like that, bro. No way you sitting here even disrespecting Michael Jordan right now. You are foul.
What the media does not want you to know about Michael Jordan. Because here are some facts. Before
Oh my, bro! I swear you definitely better not say nothing crazy. I got this dude here saying some of the most craziest stuff.
Scottie Pippen got there, a total and complete loser.
Oh my god, bro. That chat, see, this is exactly why you do your homework. Look what they be saying. Look what they be
Got
saying.
there, a total and complete loser.
Bro, you like 40, bro. That's crazy, bro. Bro, you're like 40 some years old, bro. No way you on. This gotta be scripted. It gotta be a script to just hate Michael Jordan and root for LeBron on ESPN.
You sit on a throne of lies.
When looking at the mainstream NBA media, one of their favorite topics, one of their go-tos, is the never-ending debate with Michael Jordan and whoever else. And whether you're pro-Jordan, anti-Jordan, watching these debate shows, podcasts, on both sides of the argument, they do a terrible job breaking down Michael Jordan and his course, selling Jordan way short. Then the flip side, the pro-Jordan fans,
Yo,
case in point, Stephen A. Smith, do
Svemo.
a terrible, terrible job articulating why Jordan was so great and in fact the greatest player of all time. So in today's video, we're going to do a comprehensive breakdown, 10 solid reasons why Michael Jordan was the GOAT, is the GOAT, will be the GOAT for the foreseeable future.
Okay, bet. Let's get it.
Let's do it. It's go time.
Yep.
Now, looking at reason number one as to why Jordan is the GOAT, this one is pretty simple and straightforward. In Michael Jordan's career, he's the greatest scorer of all time.
Okay.
If you know basketball, putting the ball in the basket is a big part of the game.
Yep.
So Michael Jordan's resume, all-time points per game average, he's first, playoff average also first, and finals average is in fact first among players who play at least 10 finals games.
Most 30 points per game seasons. I think SGA finna try to break that. We finna look this up, chat. Let's see. Shay. Fuck my S. Man, bro, I'm so tired of buying keyboards. Man, my S button broke. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pull up on screen keyboard, bro. I just bought this keyboard like 2 freaking weeks ago, dude. It's crazy. Oh, SGA trying to break Mike's record, bro. he think he's slick. 31, 30, 32. Damn, he got 430. So, wow, bro, that's crazy. SGA can average 30 for 40 more seasons, and Ty Mike can potentially break it. That's, dang, that's wild. That's wild. Ooh, that boy Shea Gilly tough, man. And Thunder just beat the Lakers.
If you're a Jordan fan, no NBA history, that you probably already know. But digging a little bit deeper, looking at Jordan the scorer, a 10-time scoring champion, the most of all time, and won 7 straight from 87 to 1993. And during those 7 years, when it came to postseason also, was leading scorer 6 out of the 7, including 5 straight. And before you say it, you know, Jordan's a shot chucker who took a ton of shots. I thought he was a scoring champion. That, in fact, is not true. As looking at Michael Jordan, one rare thing about him, he was a high-volume scorer who was also very, very efficient. Look at this right here. Michael Jordan, 87-93 from the field was at 51.8%. In between those years, 88, he was 35 points per game, was at 53.5% shooting. That's absurd.
That is a lot.
89,
especially
the volume
for a guard.
decreases, still highly efficient at 53.8%. Then 1991, Jordan is the most efficient, 31.5 points per game on damn near 54% shooting. That right there for Michael Jordan
Yeah, he just
is
naturally
alien-type
better.
stuff. As he has averaging 28 points per game, 30 points per game, being very, very efficient, has happened in league history. But looking at guys at 33 points per game, 35 points per game, shooting 54%, that is simply unheard of if you're not named Michael Jordan. And like I said earlier, the volume increases, the efficiency stays the same. Now, speaking of staying the same, you look at Michael Jordan's scoring ability, one great trait about this guy, who's highly consistent and always reliable.
Yeah,
Look at the NBA
he's
this year,
definitely
SGA,
reliable.
his 20-point streak broke Wilt Chamberlain's record. That, of course, is fantastic. But looking at postseason play, who has the longest 20-point streak all time? That is, in fact, Michael Jordan from 89 to 1993. Second place, Kareem. Third place, Elgin. And fourth place, you guessed it, Michael Jordan's second three-peat, 96.
Never mind, because Mike still might hold this record. Shea Gilly just scored like 18. So,
98
yeah.
to his final game as a Chicago Bull.
He was special.
If you look at Michael Jordan in the 1990s, a postseason score, the era he owned, he played a grand total of 142 games. Out of those games only 3 times was he under 20 points. For some context, looking at 50-point games, he also had 3. Having a guy for a decade stretch who's a walking 20 points you can pencil in for is a cheat code for any NBA team.
Yeah,
And look at his
it
entire
is.
playoff career, 85 to 1998. Games total, 179. Games under 20 points, only 6. That right there is unreal. And here's the last detail.
That's
Games
crazy.
under 10 points scored in the playoffs, Michael Jordan has 0. In terms of
Wow.
10-point streaks, double-digit streaks, Michael Jordan in the postseason has the longest ever at 179 games.
Impressive. Very nice.
And still looking at Jordan's scoring ability, I want to add some very important details. Looking at Michael Jordan's worst scoring series, 1997 versus the Hawks in round 2, where he averaged almost 27 points per game on 45% shooting. That
Only
in Jordan's
3
career
series.
is the lowest scoring series all time. Think about that really quickly. For your favorite NBA player, all-time legend, if they average 27 points per game, I mean, you're talking a top 10 scoring series, maybe even top 5 scoring series of their career. For Michael Jordan, it's dead last. And look at that
Wow.
series. 27 points per game, 10 boards, 5 dimes, 2 steals.
Dang.
The Bulls 1-5. That for Michael Jordan is rock bottom as a playoff score. Once again showing this guy's a playoff performer is simply unmatched.
Yeah.
And look at the flip side, Michael Jordan's best overall series. Jordan's career 5 times,
What?
averaged 40+ points per game in a single series. Compared to All NBA history, more than anyone else combined.
Oh my
88
goodness.
versus Cleveland, 45.2 points per game, the highest average ever in a single series. And versus the Cavaliers, the first player ever
That's
with back-to-back
crazy, bro.
50-point
I ain't
games.
gonna lie.
Versus the Heat 92, 45 points per game, they swept Miami, and the clinching game dropped 56.
Oh my
Versus
goodness.
Boston, 86, nearly 44 points per game, and Larry Bird called him God. Versus Philadelphia, 1990, averaged 43 points per game, and the fourth quarter for the series, averaging an astounding 16 points per game. And last but not least, also versus Sir Charles in the NBA Finals, 41 points per game, the highest average ever in a single final series. For Michael Jordan's playoff career, here's what you're guaranteed. This guy in a single series, at the absolute worst, is averaged 27 points per game. At his best, above 40, his absolute peak is going to touch 45 points per game. That overall apex in the postseason as a scorer is unmatched. And again, before you say it, he's chucking shots up, just taking a ton of shots. Also not true.
Nope.
Michael Jordan in those series, 88 versus the Cavaliers, 55.9%.
What?
Versus the Heat, 92, 60.9%. 86, about 50%. 1990, 55%. 1991, 50.8%.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
So looking past segment 1, which is a very stat-heavy segment, let's look at part 2, not focus on stats nearly as much. Reason number 2, Jordan is the GOAT, is looking at his career, he has so many iconic moments. I'm not even talking dunk contests, cradle dunks, or posts on Patrick Ewing. What I'm talking about strictly is NBA Finals moments, iconic Finals moments on the biggest stage. For a lot of players, if they get one iconic moment, they're made for life. Michael Jordan's career, he has
iconic moments.
Everyone always remembers.
Yep.
The first one, 1991, Game 2 versus the Lakers. He switched hands, had a layup. The crowd was on. Michael Jordan in that game had an iconic moment that capped off 13 straight makes, an NBA Finals record that still stands to this day.
What?
Look at 1992, also in Chicago. Game 1 versus Clyde the Glide, 35 points in the first half, had the shrug, and made 6 threes like it was nothing. Jordan this game in an iconic moment in his second career final series. Now fast forward to the second three-peat, 1997. This series had a bunch of them. The most iconic moment was a flu game in Game 5, which scored 38 points in Utah, a place in the year they gone 38-3. And of course that fourth quarter, played the entire quarter, had 15 points, outscored his own team, who only had 8 without him, and he outscored Utah, who had 16 combined. And last but not least, look at 1998, also in Utah versus the Jazz. This one right here, everyone knows it. Game 6 on the ropes, Pippen's hurt, Robin's benched, Michael Jordan 45 points, the iconic shot in the fourth quarter where he scored 16 points. The last minute of this game for Michael Jordan is a thing of beauty. And last shot as a Bull, of course the game winner, they clinched his second three-peat and his 6th title.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Now, staying with that NBA Finals theme, reason number 3, Jordan is the GOAT, is looking at his Finals play, never had a horrendous choke job, in almost every series, was all-time dominant. His first ever Finals versus the Lakers, 31.2 points, 11.4 dimes, 2.8 steals, 1.4 blocks,
11.4 dimes,
55.8%
3
shooting.
steals.
Looking through NBA history, the highest assist average ever for a non-point guard and someone not named Magic Johnson. Also looking at that series, averaging 30 and 10. He's the only Finals MVP ever to put those figures and win the title. That right there, a fantastic Finals debut, welcoming Jordan to the biggest stage.
He averaged 11 assists. Don't say he can't pass. Don't ever, man.
Now look at 92, and also all-time great series. 35.8 points per game, 6.5 dimes. And get this, 53-43 and 89 splits. Looking through NBA history, at sheer raw points per game, the 7th highest average ever in a single series. But at the efficiency level, guys who've averaged 30 points per game on 54-89 splits, it's him and Steph Curry as the only guys ever to average that in a single final series. Then 1993, my personal favorite. Michael Jordan in this series, 41 points per game, the highest in finals ever, 8.5 boards, 6.3 assists on 50.8% shooting, and from 3, 40%. And look at this 4-game stretch, Game 2 to Game 5.
Oh my goodness.
Michael Jordan in these games averaged an astounding 45.5 points per game, scoring 42, 44, 51, and then 41.
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
That's crazy.
Now look at
buddy.
Jordan's
I ain't
4th
gonna
finals
lie.
appearance in 1996, the second three-peat. This finals versus the Sonics, 27.3 points per game, 5.3 boards, 4.2 assists on 42% shooting. For Michael Jordan standards, obviously his worst finals showing. But adding some context, look at other NBA legends. If they average 27-5-4, that's a phenomenal series. And look at games 1 through 3, when the Bulls went 3-0, seized the series. Michael Jordan in those games was kind of vintage MJ. as he averaged 31 points per game, 5.3 boards, 5.0 assists on 46% shooting. So Jordan, this series, the first 3 games, was automatic on fire. Closed the series, not his best. Still got the job done though, and won his 4th Finals MVP. Now look at 1997 versus the mighty Utah Jazz. Michael Jordan, this series, like I showed earlier, tons of iconic moments. The buzzer beater game 1, the flu game, and the pass to Steve Kerr. Look at the raw production, also highly impressive, as Jordan's all-around game was showcased this series, as versus the Jazz,
10 points in the...
32.76
Oh my
on
goodness.
45.6% shooting. And last but not least, 1998, again versus the Jazz. Michael Jordan, this series' overall stats compared to his previous finals,
Yeah, Mike's
obviously not his
smoking
best,
anybody.
but debatably his most impressive top to bottom. As looking at scoring average, 33.5 points per game at the ripe age of 35. For the
Right.
entire series, Jordan, compared to his Bulls teammates, scored a staggering 38.3% of the points. In league history, tied for the highest mark ever with himself from
He
1993.
35, averaging almost
And like we showed
35.
earlier, Game 6, the chips are down. What did Michael Jordan do?
17 seconds from Game 7 or from
This is
championship
crazy,
number 6.
bro.
Ball game.
Open. Chicago.
Don't show Paul George.
Now, looking past Michael Jordan's finals play at reason number 3, this one's kind of simple,
Hey.
but also highly underrated. Michael Jordan, the player,
Hey.
had tons of adaptability. For example, look at 85 as a rookie, carrying the Bulls in all respects. Michael Jordan this year led the team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals.
Wow.
For the past 40 years, Michael Jordan is the only rookie player ever to do that in league history. The guy recently accomplished that is Cooper Flagg. He's also a force of nature and a once-in-a-generation type prospect. What Jordan 85 showed as a rookie
you
is
know.
that if he needed to, he could do anything and everything. But look at 87. The defensive help gets better, so what do you need from MJ? You know, get 37 points per game, lead the NBA in scoring.
What?
Jordan that year, what does he do? He goes 06 Kobe 2019 Harden, averaged 37.1 points per game, the highest post-merger. Among guards in league history, the only player ever to crack 3,000 points.
Bro,
Michael Jordan
this
season, when actually
hold
scoring basketball at an
on.
extremely high level, did just that. As in the year, 40-point games had 37, 50-point games had 8,
This don't even
and
seem
50-plus
real,
point games
chat.
had 2. And much like Kobe in 06, had an iconic 40-point streak where 9 straight games cracked that mark. Now fast forward 88 the next year. Michael Jordan's scoring help improves ever so slightly. So what does Jordan the player do? Focus more on defense, dominating both sides. Jordan 88, first in steals, 15th in blocks, first among guards, first in DPM, and second in defensive win shares. When the Bulls asked Jordan to be a 2-way menace, not just a scorer, he did just that, as an 88 was clearly the best defender in basketball.
Ooh.
Now here's my favorite Jordan year, the most underrated Jordan season that showed tons of adaptability. 89 Jordan on the year, 32.5 points per game, 8 boards, 8 dimes,
Dang.
44 double-doubles, and 15 triple-doubles.
Oh my goodness.
That right there is an all-around player, is LeBron-esque, Luka-esque, Oscar Robertson-esque. For a lot of fans nowadays looking at Jordan's game, they'll say he wasn't an all-around player, couldn't dominate in all areas. 89 Jordan disproves that pretty thoroughly. As an athlete at point guard, he was all-time dominant.
These are the facts of the case,
Yep.
and they are undisputed.
He's definitely
So
dominant,
looking at
chat.
reason number 4, why Jordan is the GOAT, this one is straightforward and simple. In Michael Jordan's career, not once did he cheat the game and cut corners to get his titles. Compared to modern players, this is very, very important. As looking at Jordan in the 80s, he went step by step, brick by brick, building the Bulls up, himself up, and eventually they were a championship team that maintained a dynasty. A lot of players now, when they meet adversity, they jump ship, leave, get 2 other All-Stars to win a title.
I think us, we were a similar ilk with the Jazz. Is I like where guys just tighten their belt up and say, you know what, let's go to work. We just got to get better. We got to play harder. We got to play smarter. Instead of just, where's the grass greener? I'm going to go there and win a championship. I think it devalues that. You're not climbing the mountain. You're taking a helicopter to the top.
Thank you! Now, the halfway point, reason number 5, this one goes hand in hand with reason
makes
number
sense.
6. Looking at Jordan's era of the 1990s, he dominated them from individual perspective as well as team perspective. Jordan in the 90s, the most MVPs, Finals MVPs, championships, three-peats, back-to-back seasons, 60-win seasons, 70-win seasons, as well as scoring titles. When you say Michael Jordan, the Bulls, what do you automatically think of in the next 2 seconds? The 1990s. The way Jordan ran this era is the modern day equivalent to Bill Russell in the 1960s or Steph Curry and the Warriors in the 2010s. And like both those guys, due to his team dominance, individual dominance, a lot of superstar players did not win when he was at his best. For example, look at playoff history, the most playoff games played without an NBA title. First and second place, Malone and Stockton in the finals were 0-2 versus Jordan. Fourth place, Sam Perkins, also in the finals, was 0-2 versus Jordan. Seventh place, Reggie Miller and Charles Oakley, two big rivals, Knicks and Pacers. Jordan never lost to them. Then 10th place, 11th place, Jeff Hornacek, Pat Ewing, who Jordan also never lost to. If you want that GOAT title, greatest of all time title, at the very least, to dominate your era, the most titles, MVPs, as well as finals MVPs. If you can't do that, your GOAT case is kind of weak.
Yeah.
Now, for reason number 6, it's pretty simple. Look at Michael Jordan's 88 MVP, in my view, the greatest MVP season of all time. As Jordan that year, of course, was the MVP, also DPOY, first team.
Alright, Chad. We back at it. There's like 10 minutes left in this video.
Team all defense, all NBA, play 82 games, minutes per game leader, the dunk contest champ, scoring champ, as well as the steals leader. That right there for an MVP is a hefty, hefty resume. But adding more context, among MVPs all time, the second highest scoring average ever at 35 points per game. Among DPOYs, also the highest scoring average ever, and league history was the first MVP as well as DPOY. And last but not least, among MVPs, the highest steals average all time. Now, Michael Jordan 88 his MVP season is a thing of beauty, but the one knock you could have on his Jordan that year did not win a championship. That knock is valid, and let's go there. Look at Jordan's other MVP years, where an MVP as well as Finals MVP. 91 did both. 92 back-to-back did it again. 96 for a third time, and 98 for a fourth time. Looking at league history, only 3 players ever have done that multiple times. Having Larry Bird and LeBron James, who each did it twice. Michael Jordan did it 4 times, the most ever. Now let's take it one step further. Look at this 4 MVPs, where an MVP as well as Finals MVP. Jordan also this year's every single year was scoring champ, first team all defense, and won 60 plus games. If a player has one of those years historically, is an all-time peak, all-time MVP season. Michael Jordan's career did it not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. That's absurd.
Yeah.
Now look at reason number 7 why Jordan is the GOAT. This one is a big piece of Jordan's legacy. Michael Jordan's peak is the greatest of all time. It doesn't matter how you slice it. Michael Jordan 89-93 in the postseason, here are his numbers. 34.4 points per game, 6.8 dimes, 6.7 boards, 2.3 steals, nearly a block, and get this, 50, 36, and 83 splits. Michael Jordan in a 5-year period was a walking 34-7-7 on phenomenal shooting splits.
That's crazy, bro.
Now look at raw overall accolades. Jordan that 5-year period was a 2-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP all consecutively, 5-time scoring champion all in a row, 2-time steals champ, and 5-time all defensive. If you add in the accolades, the numbers, the consistency, Michael Jordan this run has the highest 5-year peak in league history.
Oh
If you
yeah.
want to narrow the scope even further, look at a 3-year peak, 3-year window, it becomes even more impressive. Michael Jordan's Bulls 91-93 dominated that era like no one else. Overall playoff game record, 45-13. Series record, a perfect 12-0. They had 5 sweeps, undefeated in Game 7s, and Jordan's overall play was absurd in the finals.
Wow.
His scoring average, above 36 points per game. Assists, 7.9. Rebounds, nearly 7. 2 steals on ridiculous shooting. Michael Jordan in those 3 finals was all-time dominant, and in total had 5 games of 30 points and 10 assists. Games under 25 points had 0, over 30 had 14, and over 40 had 5.
Ooh, in and
And
out.
here's one very important stat. Michael Jordan's overall finals record, 91-93, only 1 game ever they had a losing record in the finals, looking at win-loss record. When that came for his finals debut, we went 0-1. After that point in the finals, never had a losing record, wins and losses. Which only considered Jordan's peak, not only individually dominant, but team-wise, they stomped everyone.
Because I'm me, I'm different. I just have a different constitution, I have a different brain, I have a
Dang,
different
that
heart,
mean
I have
after that
different,
first
I get
loss,
tiger
it was
blood,
over with.
Now, looking at reason number 8, also very, very important, Michael Jordan's clutch gene and uncanny ability to rise to the biggest moments. In Jordan's career where it first started was, of course, in college, where the game winner versus Georgetown. His first series in the NBA also had a game winner that's never talked about versus Milwaukee Bucks in his home debut in the postseason. Fast forward 89 versus the Cavaliers, Game 5, do or die, the Bulls down by 1 point. This shot versus Cleveland, the only true do or die shot in league history. As if Jordan misses, there is no Game 6, the Bulls are eliminated. Jordan makes it, they win the series, they advance. And you guys know, Jordan, of course, did in fact make that shot. Michael Jordan is a clutch time shooter, is unparalleled in league history. And look at these numbers right here. Game time go ahead shots final 24 seconds, Michael Jordan's percentage 50.0. Final 10 seconds, 46.7%, final 5 seconds, 45.5%. And for reference, looking at Jordan's clutch time shots, where they primarily come.
Bro, these
in
numbers
the NBA
don't
Finals,
even make sense
on
to
the
me.
biggest stage, where everything's magnified.
We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Down to 1. Here's Jordan.
Yes! That's awesome!
Now, still looking at Jordan's clutch time shooting, doing in my own data looking at the numbers, I tracked Jordan's fourth quarter scoring 85 to 91. And looking at his overall stats, I mean, out of this world, the best fourth quarter numbers you'll ever see. And looking at a single series, the highest fourth quarter average at the top 12. Michael Jordan, this list, has 5 of the top 12, including the top 2 in 97 and 1990. Then looking at the rest of the list, we have 86, 89, as well as 88. Michael Jordan is a fourth quarter phenom, had the highest peaks ever in the postseason for a single series. But looking past that, expanding the scope, looking at the entire playoff run, Jordan once again in rare company. Looking
I don't
at
know
league
what to
history,
say, bro.
The top 6 highest scoring fourth quarter runs ever, above 10 points per game, here's the list. Michael Jordan's list is half the list, having 3 of the top 6. 88, 10 exactly. 89, 10.5, and 1990 maxed out at 10.7. And it's a very, very important detail. Jordan these playoff runs wasn't just stats, no efficiency. Jordan's overall level of shooting was still absurd. As compared to the rest of that list, Michael Jordan's the only player who had multiple runs, 10 points per game or higher, above 50% shooting. And what makes it even more ridiculous, he had all those runs in consecutive seasons. That right there for a fourth quarter player, fourth quarter playoff run, is an absurd peak. And go back to that list, the top fourth quarter playoff runs all time. If you expand that list out, looking at the top 14, what that list now includes is Jordan 97, 98, and most importantly, 1991. As looking at Jordan that year, as a fourth quarter player, I mean just video game-esque. Scoring average, 9.0. That's phenomenal. Field goal percentage, 60.8% as a guard. For some context looking through league history, the only player to average those figures, 9 points per game, 60% shooting, is Shaquille O'Neal in 2000. And looking at Shaq, as an offensive player, fourth quarter player, he certainly was flawed, unlike Michael Jordan.
Love fest that has broken out here at Staples. Oh,
terrible.
Now, looking at reason number 9 is why Jordan is the GOAT, this one right here, pretty simplistic, we should all know. Looking at Michael Jordan's apex as a player, he had no real flaws, learning weak points in his game. As a scorer, the best ever. A passer, if he needed to, could do that at an all-time clip. Rebounding was phenomenal on the offensive glass, highly underrated. Defensively, never back down from a challenge, could stifle you. He was a great help defender who could lock you down one-on-one. Then, of course, playing off-ball, on-ball, in a system, not in a system, it did not matter. Michael Jordan, the player, could do anything and everything on the court.
He was a
made
menace.
him so special and the Bulls so dangerous.
That's how I
and look at
describe
that 5-year apex, 89 to 93. Michael Jordan's so-called weakness was shooting threes. Look at that stretch though. Overall percentage, 35.7%. That even for this era is passable and not a flaw. For the 90s, it was phenomenal. And dig a little bit deeper. Michael Jordan 93 taking 3.8 attempts, his overall percentage went up to 38.9%. Then look at 92. 2.0 attempts, 38.6%, very respectable. In the finals, he went berserk. Michael Jordan, the shooter, was all-time dominant. Free throw line, mid-range, fadeaways, post-ups, did not matter. And of course, three-pointers, why the volume isn't higher, is due to his era and not Jordan the player. As when he took more threes, the overall percentage actually went up. Now, look at reason number 10. We're not going to have stats, numbers, even game film. Reason number 10 is why Jordan is the GOAT is looking at his era, he elevated the NBA to another plane of existence it hasn't been to before or since. You might call it luck, perfect timing, whatever you want to. The Michael Jordan phenomenon of the 1990s or 1980s was Michael Jackson-esque, something you had to be there for to really understand. As we live in the modern NBA, what do we see all over the place? Foreign players from other countries, not predominantly from America. Michael Jordan's overall influence took the game global and inspired millions of people to play basketball in places that otherwise would not have done. And if you want to be completely honest, the most popular basketball player today still is in fact Michael Jordan, who's been retired for nearly 20 years. You can look at shoe sales, interviews, any metric you want to, heck, even look at The Last Dance. Viewership for that documentary got more views than the actual NBA Finals taking place live basketball. That right there, it speaks volumes. Michael Jordan the phenomenon was lightning in a bottle we'll never see again. A lot of great players, influential guys, but nobody was Michael Jordan.
Nope.
In this video, hopefully I proved that pretty thoroughly.
You did, brother.
As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Alright, brother. That was a... Oh, no, don't play. What is this? All-Star Game, 1987. This was a great video chat, man. Bro, Jordan is the GOAT. Y'all know this, bro. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.